Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you. Say what one more time.
We're here at the Bunkers in Minneapolis. It's not really a gig yet, but it's going to be a jam later on here. So classic ground, the stage which we saw Jesse Johnson a couple of years ago, and met Jellybean Johnson right over there and had a conversation with him. So this is kind of a holy ground.
Yes, it's been a truly amazing trip, as you all have been witnessing. And talking about keeping the legacy alive is something that everyone touch upon during my stay here. And that's also the reason why I created this Say What in the first place. And in the spirit of that, I feel very proud and inspired by having my son with me and sharing this experience and keeping the legacy of the funk and soul legends alive. But to be frankly honest, after so many days of impressions, we were starting to get real tired, and we felt a little bit like this. Yeah, so we took a well-deserved day off. Well, not really, but half a day, hanging around in the pool, cruising around in town, and just took it at our own pace, relaxing, revisiting some areas, and discovered some new ones. Also, a shout out to Jonathan at Minneapolis T-Shirts store, who provided us with the Say What T-shirts, and here also the provider of T-shirts to Paisley Park, so he had some good stories regarding that as well. And he gave my son this T-shirt just for free, so a big shout out to Jonathan.
Yes, you can clearly see where we are right now in Uptown. We have just been to the Calhoun Square and the familiar neighborhoods in Minneapolis for those who know the Prince story. And we're on the final day here in Minneapolis and cruising around and to those Prince spots that we have missed. And of course we can't do them all, but we've done a few. So yeah, here we are in Calhoun Square, Uptown in Minneapolis. At our final day here in Minneapolis, we had to stop by Electric Fetus, the famous record store that Prince supported all throughout the years. And I remember the first year we were here at the celebration, 2017, Ida Nilsson, she played a kind of a tiny desk concert right over here. That was magnificent. And I stood over here and watched the whole thing from the back, and next to me was Donna Grandis, and I discovered her just after a while, so that was kind of an experience. Visiting this shop for the first time, listening to Ida Nilsson playing that funky bass and having a conversation with Donna Grandis. So that's kind of connected with strong memories for a Prince fan, and I think you can relate to that. Okay, peace.
One of the many good things with the celebration is all the contacts and new friends that you gain. One of them is John, who invited us home and showed us around town, but most of all he shared his stories from being one of the technicians and music instrument providers that helped build Prince home studio in his home as well as Paisley Park. So yeah, stay tuned for that story further on.
I'm John. Welcome to the Say What podcast. I'm here to talk about the Minneapolis sound and the small part I played in it and the fun we had back in the day.
Speaking of meeting new friends and interesting creative people, after our time here in Minneapolis we have a whole ocean to pour out from. But one of the more unique and fun was Tristan, who I met by chance during my breakfast. The artist named Mr. Loco, aka DJ Lock the Smoke. Not only has he worked with Ice-T, Snoop Dogg and a whole bunch of other artists, it also turns out that he partly grew up in Sweden, in the same city as me, and even in the same neighborhood, where we were playing in the same neighborhoods as children. That's crazy. Just like with John, we will dedicate a whole entire episode in the future to Mr. Loco, who also will release a new EP inspired by Prince in Minneapolis this summer. So check that out.
Grid lit up, cold running silky. From the soil to the circuit, still me. Mr. Loco in the data, no gimmick. Did it from the mud, now it's digital physics. No cosplay, no cap with that old school groove. We ain't gone, we just digitized. Smoke circle, turn the data rise. Press enter, let the slap commence. Bay grid down, that's common sense. On that happy hustle, running through the Bay Grid.
What you talk about, dawg? What you mean, lil' homie? Play the post when you ball. All these niggas up on me. How you keep that baby face and how you
taking in that breath from the Bay to Malmo. We smoke worldwide. Keep the vibe lifted, let the stress slide. Roll it up, spark it, pass it to the left. High grade only, we don't smoke.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy, Mr. Loco, aka Loc the Smoke, and you tuned in to Say What? Soul and Funk. Make sure you tap in. The new interview is out now. Plus, there's a whole lot of other good stuff. You know what I'm saying? From the Bay to Malmo, man. You know how we do. 040-707. Yada I mean. What?
Purple skies, purple lights, memories I can't forget. Me and my queen in Minneapolis, every moment got me lit. Paisley Park, First Avenue, walking through the story. My purple trip, my purple trip.
While speaking on creating, I couldn't help myself from playing at the piano that we saw in Uptown. And yeah, a little competition for you maybe. Which 3 songs is included in this improvised medley?
Yeah, because we want to have room for the two. Well, these we can do side 1, 2, but I do feel like we want
Our 10-day stay here in Minneapolis is coming to its end, and how do we end these episodes in a best possible way? Well, that's a tricky one, but we have to do it with the Beautiful Ones by Bilal. And why is that? Well, this performance combined members from the Revolution. You can see Bobby C on drums and NPG, New Power Generation. That's kind of 2 different eras regarding Prince music development and history. And Bilal, he had to represent the 3rd wave, the one who keeps the legacy alive. And he's one of the few actually that can sing and make justice to Prince songs. So yeah, I find this a good way to end these episodes. I hope you enjoy them. Take care.
Baby.
thanks once again for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.
Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you. Say what?